There's a room full of people waiting for you. I'm telling you this because you haven't walked in yet. You haven't heard the way they say your name, like it's the answer to a question they didn't know they were asking. You haven't seen the way a smile cracks open like sunlight, slipping through blinds the first time you walk into their life. Right now, their voices are quiet, just murmurs in the corners of time. But someday, you will sit across from them. You'll watch steam curl from a cup of tea as you listen to their stories, and they'll say, God, I don't know where I'd be without you. You'll laugh because it sounds dramatic, but they'll mean it in that raw, honest way that hits like the crack of thunder when the storm has been holding its breath. You will meet a stranger who becomes a best friend, and it will happen slowly, like the first drop of rain tapping your shoulder, followed by a downpour you didn't see coming. You'll be sitting on the floor of their first apartment, pizza grease staining napkins, your legs aching from laughter, your heart stretching. There's a child who hasn't been born, who will wrap their tiny hand around your finger like they've known you forever. Their first word might sound like music, their laugh like wind chimes in spring. And when they cry, you'll sway gently, feeling the weight of a world that somehow makes sense in the softness of their breath. There will be a mentor who will see a fire in you you've spent years trying to snuff out. They'll pull you aside after a long day, say something small that settles deep like stones in your pockets. You won't know it then, but it'll be the moment you start walking a little straighter. You'll meet a lover, too. They'll trace the back of your hand absent-mindedly as you sit side by side on some slow Sunday afternoon. They'll watch you in the quiet way people watch sunsets, careful not to blink. And when you're unsure, when you're small and folded, they will look at you, soft and steady, and say, You are enough. There's a version of you waiting in all those rooms, 100 conversations you haven't had, 1,000 stories yet to be told. There's the sound of your name shouted across crowded rooms and whispered in still ones. There's a world that doesn't exist yet, but it will. And when it does, you will wonder how you ever thought of leaving before you found it. There's a room full of people waiting for you. And when you walk in, you'll know it was yours all along.